ingat.
Ingat din, ma'am. So, do you have questions?
Christian.
Sige. Okay, so first congratulations
Thank
on your
you.
third branch. So first question, why did you choose Molito Mall to be your third branch?
Actually, because I'm from the south. I'm from Batangas. So, I was told before to have the first clinic in Batangas in the south. But since I really wanted a very good machine, laser machine, I think we cannot ROI that laser machine in Batangas. So I chose a place which I think is the best place that time, which is BGC. That time kasi it was not that crowded.
Yes.
It's very accessible, and that time there was no traffic yet in BGC.
You're one of the first there.
Yes. Pero we were the lesser known. Kasi I mean, we're not mainstream naman. I'm not the mainstream we're just doing our own work, and it's a very big market. And then so right now I didn't expect that we're going to have 3 branches. It's just that we were offered the space in the Podium Mall. They gave us a very good offer. Okay na. And then in Molito naman po, it was my dream to have a place in the south, near to my family, because my mom, she doesn't want me. I mean, she's one of my husband and my mom are my difficult patient, because since I'm related to them, I cannot really force them to do this treatment which they really need. So I made it accessible to be nearer to her and to because in the south it's not really just Alabang, it's more of Batangas, Laguna. So it's for me, that's where I came from. I'm a provinciana, so I would like to have a place here.
Okay, so what do you think is Luminisce's asset when it comes to skincare innovations?
The asset, I think we choose the best laser machine. We only use premium products. We don't use local products. But if we ever use local products, we make sure that those products or those laser machines, they're evidence-based machines. There are articles to support that it really works. Because right now there are so many clinics that are opening, that are being marketed by businessmen, and then how can you differentiate it from them is because you know that what the treatment that you're giving the patient, these are well patient, these are not ill patients, so you have to do better. The expectation is higher, you have to meet their expectation and at the same time meet the budget, because if you're just going to do cleaning or facial of the face, you can just do it at home. The ones that you're going to do here are the ones that you can see more improvement, significant improvement, instead of, because if you can just do facial, why not just do the facial, the one with you can just buy diamond peel from Lazada. What's the difference from the machines that we have, or from the peels that you buy from the market? We only use medical grade peels, medical grade products, which are not accessible commercially.
So where do you usually source your machines, and how do you make sure it's safe to
Okay.
use in the long run?
Okay, the source machines, I usually travel 4 to 5 times a year to attend conventions, and then I talk to my friends or foreign friends, because I studied abroad, I trained abroad in London, I trained in Germany. So I have friends from different parts of the world who use the machines. So I try to research first, because sometimes it's just marketing. But with the machines, if it's doing well in the clinic, like in Singapore clinic or in the US clinic of my friend, and I think it has good reviews, and also the articles that was published, it's offering good, significant result, then I'm going to get it. I just don't get the best machine. Like, it's not always the best. Sometimes it's just marketing. So you need to get a machine or a product which is best for your patient, at the same time best for you. Because the machine, it's like a car. The ROI, you cannot just get the ROI immediately. So it's really expensive if you're going to get good machine. Because the spa grade machine, I mean, you can just buy it anytime. You can go to Bambang to buy a 300 to 500,000 machine. But it's not as good as the ones that are medical grade. That's what differentiates us from the other clinic. We're using medical grade machines and products.
So when it comes to your loyal customers like Matthew Wilson, Anna Kai, services that they come back with?
Yes. Actually, it's more of combination treatment eh. Like Anakay and Maggie, they have different treatments. They have different concerns. So I usually tailor-made the procedures based on their concerns and based on what they need.
So now that you have 3 branches, how do you divide yourself in those branches?
It's so hard.
You're very hands-on.
That's so hard. So I really try to train my doctors to so they can deliver the same efficient and the same what you call this, the same ethics that I do with my consultation. But what I do, I'm in the Luminisce podium Monday, Tuesday, and then I'm in BGC Wednesday. I'm in BGC Thursday and Friday, and I'm in Luminisce Molito during Wednesday and Saturday. So every day I work. Before I work on Sundays, but when I got married, that's the deal, not to work on Sundays.
Family time.
Yes.
So these days, what are you ahead in? Do you have any services or products that you're exploring?
Right now, we're offering the basic facial that we're offering is a Chinese medicine facial. We call it Guasha two-leaf facial. So we use special stones that has healing properties. So, and we go to the acupressure points to lessen to lessen the block based on Chinese explanation, or to lessen the blockade of the lymph nodes, so you can see proper circulation of the face, and it also tones the muscle. So that's for the facial. For the procedures, we're introducing integral stress medicine, where we measure the hormones and also the brain neurotransmitters, and also the heart rate variability, and how your brain works, and then combine that with your 3-day workload, and then assess how the level of your stress because right now it's a different burnout, depression, and anxieties. They're very common right now, but in the Philippines it's not really addressed so far. So integral stress test, where we get the results from the Germany pa. I get the blood sample and the urine sample and send it to Germany pa, and then get the result here. That's integral stress test. We also do hormonal medicine, where I see first if there's your hormonal problems with the patient, and then see if we can concentrate on that, improve the metabolic activity of the patient, and the mood, and also the sexual activity. Also, we also assess the physical activity. We have lots of patients who are triathlete like Vic, and then like Bubbles Paraiso. So I think it's nice that we're doing something for the athletes too.
Okay, so aside from that, how do you incorporate preventive and regenerative medicine in Luminisce?
Actually, because we've been here for 7 years, we've been branded as a skin and laser center. So what I do, since the branding is laser and skin clinic, when I talk to old patient, I try to incorporate to add preventive counseling, and then ask what's their concerns. I try to insert that. Because if you're known as a skin and laser clinic, it's just so hard to insert the preventive aspect. So I try to do that with the consultation first. And then from there, if they're open or interested, I would just let them know the options available. And if they're open to that, then we're going to pursue it. But I just make them aware. That's very important, awareness. Because some people, they're not very aware of what to do for their face and body.
So lastly for me, why do you think people should choose Luminisce for their skin concerns?
Actually, there's so many clinics who are doing well.
Yes.
But it's just that right now, when you choose clinic, you look for the reputation, the credibility, and also the products that are being used, or the machines that are being used. So I think that's very important. It's just that in our case, we really try to combine not just the aesthetic, but we try to combine the general health of the patient in our consultation. So it's not only the pampaganda,
Aesthetic, yeah.
oo, na skin, because skin, it's not only the skin that changes. I was telling earlier, even the bone, aesthetically, there's a bone decay as we age. So even so, as I said earlier, 60% of the time it's more of the genetics and lifestyle. But even if so, the genetic, and then the 40% it's the aesthetic. That even if you have good genes, like Mark Nelson, and he's 46 but he looks 30 years old, and then good lifestyle, he has also good lifestyle, you still need some treatment to counter yung 40% na nag-age. But syempre, some people, they know what to do, but the problem is they're not doing it. That's why we need to do something for that 60%. That's the preventive part.
So in Luminisce, all procedures and treatments are performed by doctors or some are therapists?
We have laser therapies also, beauty consultant. So the major procedures like injectables, and then the laser machines are being performed by doctors, and very good laser therapies, which have very good credentials and will train abroad. I just make sure that my doctors train abroad and also my laser therapies.
Madam, I have a question.
Yes.
Since lumalaki na po yung mga Korean beauty in the Philippines, what's the difference of ng clinic ninyo with other competitors, like yung mga Korean na pumapasok ngayon? Mostly the people are believing Korean.
Ako, I like
clinic.
the Korean. I like the Korean products. I like the 7 to 10 steps. But sometimes some people, you cannot just do the topical. The ones that the Korean 7 to 10 steps at home, they're still going to have problems like hormonal, and then at the same time some problems internally. There's inflammation that need to be assessed by doctors. So I don't have any problems with Korean. I mean, if it suits you, why not? I mean, kung bagay naman, why not? If there's a Korean clinic for lightening, try it. But if you have other deep concerns that you think cannot just be addressed by topical treatments or some lightening or some glass skin, then you can just consult the doctor first. But yeah, it really depends what suits your skin. What's best for me might not be the best for you.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you so much.
Congratulations
Thank you.
again.
Thank you. Kain tayo.